One of the best tips one of my classmates gave me was actually creating a document at the very beginning of the semester, because throughout the semester professors are going to say this is always on the boards, or this is a really important buzzword. So if you keep tabs on that throughout the whole year, it'll really help you when you prepare for boards. So how I use Picmonic is for pharmacology is actually how I started using it. And whenever I would see a drug on a PowerPoint slide, I would read that slide as I'm listening to the lecture recorded, and then I would go and immediately play the Picmonic afterwards, kind of match up the mechanisms of action, match up the drug interactions, match up the adverse effects, and then I take the quiz, and then I go back through and take the quiz later. But Picmonic has really helped out a lot when it comes to pharmacology. As far as the random disease states, the different triads, I've used that as well just to help lock it in. Another way I've used Picmonic is to actually preview the lectures the night before and pull up the Picmonics and kind of skim through them to kind of get ahead of what we're going to be talking about and what big points I need to focus on. What I like about Picmonic is that they use the PANCE Prep Pearls based on the blueprint for the boards that we'll be taking, and they really focus on the high yield information, which is good because there's so much stuff out there to study, so much detail. Sometimes it helps to have it all in one concise format. One of the best things that's helped my class out this semester is actually creating Google Docs for every single test and quiz that we have. One of our professors suggested at the beginning of the semester that we all contribute questions, just write 5 or 6 questions each, and that way we understand the cases better, the patient scenarios better. So before every test, we all have a bunch of practice questions to work through. So let's face it, sometimes in PA school, it's just really hard to pay attention in class. You start going on Facebook, Netflix, checking your emails. One thing I'd encourage people to do is to turn off your internet for the class. Paying attention in class, it saves you a ton of time when you have to go back and study. If you need to look something up, use your phone. And even better, get the person next to you to hold you accountable so that you're paying attention in class. Another tip for PA school, one of the most important ones I think, is to actually invest in Tupperware. Now, through PA school, a lot of times it's easy just to eat junk food, to get something frozen. But if you learn how to meal prep, it will really make your PA school experience a lot better. You got to feed your body, feed the mind, and it's really important to be able to prepare stuff that doesn't take a lot of time, that's easy to grab, but that's also good for you. And so if you don't know how to meal prep, I would encourage you to find someone in your class who does know how, get some advice from them, have them come over and show you how to make a few basic meals, and you'll feel a lot better. Something that Mercer has done a really great job is setting up community service opportunities for us. So I've gotten to go out to refugee clinics, to skilled nursing facilities, and I think through the busyness and just how hard didactic year is, it really helps to humanize the experience. Because it's not just about patient vignettes and case studies. There's real people with real stories that we're out there serving. So I'd encourage you, if you have the opportunity, use the skills that you've already learned in the community. You'll meet some great people. Some of the things that have really helped me and my classmates out is to switch up our study spots. Just getting in a different environment can really help you refocus. Another thing to do is try to study in groups. It's really good to have other people check to see if what you're studying is matching up with theirs. Maybe you miss something that they pick up. Another tool that's really helped me out is what's called a Pomodoro timer. It's basically something that you set for 15 minutes and you focus and you study, and then it gives you a 5-minute break. If you don't need that break, you can pass. But just having a timer there really helps you stay on task. One of the biggest tips for starting off PA school is to start slow. There's so many opportunities to get involved with your class, to lead different things, to get involved in the community. But you really need to get an idea of your study habits and really gauge how much time you're putting in and how you feel about the first round of exams and then your exam scores. And after that first round, you kind of get in a rhythm, see how much time it actually takes to do stuff, how much your studying paid off, and then you can begin to invest a little bit more in these different activities.